All right. Good afternoon. We're live for a CtD Challenge Match. This time, you can see him in the bottom of the frame. You can see his hair. We got Mr. Kyle Troup here in the building. Major champion. Major PBA champion. Look at him. Look at him. He's ready. And we have Jonathan, a member of CtD staff here. Gave me a nice whooping this morning. So he is bowling for some more money this afternoon against Kyle. Jonathan will get 8 pins of handicap each game like he did this morning if you tuned in.
You didn't tell me about the handicap, Ron.
Oh, yeah, you get 8 pins. I'm sorry.
8 pins.
8 pins.
Just the women's league.
Oh.
I love CtD.
But yeah, so I got 2 guests in the booth with me. I got Mr. Bill Friedis and Ron. How you doing, guys?
I'm doing great.
What's going on?
All right. So we'll let Kyle get started first on the left lane. Let him do his thing. Good luck, gents. High fives and handshakes all around.
That's how you always start out.
Yeah.
Ron, this is going to be hard for me to remember that it's a different lane surface every time.
Yes,
We
sir.
got different patterns.
Yes, sir.
We got different everything.
Lots of variables. So the left
I'm talking
lane,
about one thing at a time.
the left lane is going to be Brunswick Pro Am lane. The right lane is going to be AMF SPL.
All right.
And that never changes, so don't worry
Light
about
brown.
it.
Oh, it doesn't?
No, they don't
That-
flop.
That never changes. That's right.
Light
Light.
brown and dark brown.
That's right.
So Kyle's going to be throwing his first shot. Looks like he was throwing a Rubicon UC2. We got one. I like Kyle Troup. Any takers? We got one for Kyle in the chat. And
You
one
might want to call
on.
that ball the UC10 because it got 10, baby.
You've been waiting for that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be
Oh,
caught
that's
by
mine.
a landslide.
Jonathan's got his work cut out for him, but Jonathan does have some experience. He's bowled in the EC twice now. This is the 3rd time. His first shot.
So like Ron was saying, it is Jonathan's 3rd time bowling in the EC. He bowled me once back when the CtD Challenge matches were brand new. A lot of things have changed since the last time he was here. Looking a little bit cleaner on the setup, just based off feedback from viewers like you. So we appreciate any feedback in regards to the drawing, the broadcast. And if you have any questions, like I said, we do have Bill Friedis in the booth with us. Any coaching questions, he'd be happy to answer them for you on our broadcast today. So Jonathan started with 6 spare. What did he leave?
Oh,
Rail?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And resetting after that one.
Hustled you with that gutter the last time.
Yeah?
Got you. Didn't you win that game?
Huh? Did I win that game? I think so, yeah.
Oh, you won that game.
I don't know.
No, he won that
You won
game.
the
Oh, he did?
He hustled
It
you.
ended up
Oh.
not costing him. Yeah, he's trying to give you that false sense of security.
Oh, good spare. We got a question. What's Kyle get when he shoots 300?
Well, I mean, just like anybody that comes to the EC and shoots 300, he's eligible for a $1,000 bonus. I mean, he's almost to $500,000. So what's a $500,000, $1,000 extra dollars, right?
It's an awful lot of picks.
He's got the original Rubicon on this lane, on the UC2 on the left lane, and the original Rubicon on the right lane. With these two different lane services, sometimes you're going to see something like that. And with a player of Kyle's caliber, he's going to be seeing that more. Someone like myself isn't going to be able to see a difference like that. But but when Kyle is able to repeat shots at his rate, he can see little differences like that. Oh no. Oh no. All righty.
Yeah, I mean, that might be the CtD right there.
All righty.
The pins are kind of fresh, so.
Alex, how do I submit my photo and Facebook link to CtD to become a staffer? I didn't see anywhere to submit those. So you should email help@CtD Bowling with that information. You can attach your Facebook link and attach your photo to the same email, and we will get them onto your application. Also, make sure that you include your name as well. Good little strike there from Jonathan.
It would be nice to see Jonathan take advantage of the opening that Kyle gave him.
Yeah. Because I definitely didn't do that. Can't take advantage of an open. What up, Joe? Thanks for tuning in. Somebody asked about color pins. Yes, we do have color pins in the rack today.
Oh, yeah, there's a nice top.
And if a player strikes when the orange pin is the head pin, there will be 20% off ctdbowling.com for 5 minutes. And you might say that's not a lot of time.
It's not supposed to be a lot of time.
But it's not supposed to.
Don't tell them the trick.
No,
Let them figure it out on their own.
No, listen. With the website, you can add stuff to your cart right now.
You tell them the trick.
Yeah, I'm telling them the trick. You can add items to your cart right now. And when and if an orange pin strike happens, that cart will stay there. So you can prepare it now, and in a half hour or an hour when it happens, you can check out. And then I will supply you a code that will last for 5 minutes. It's not going to last any longer than that. You got to be quick. Oh. JP Hall said, my card is ready. Did you all reorder the lanes, and are they the same patterns from your earlier match? Yes. We did rerun the lanes, so they are bowling on the fresh.
But there's a trick to that, right? So we did not double burn the lanes. So basically what that means is that when we ran the lanes this morning, we went 1, 2, 3, 4, which 1, 2 were the house pattern, 3, 4 were the flat pattern. When we ran the lanes this second go around, it was 4, 3, 2, 1. So the hard pattern was ran first, and then the house pattern was ran second. So that means that there's a little bit potential a little bit of residual potentially left over on 1 and 2 now, which would make 1 and 2 a little bit trickier than it was maybe this morning. But 3 and 4 will be should be a dead copy of how it was, because it definitely was ran flat.
All right. What equipment are the bowlers using? So Kyle is throwing a Rubicon UC2 on the left lane and a Rubicon on the right lane, and Jonathan is throwing a Widow 2.0. Going with the UC2 on the right lane now? All right. Little score update. Again, Jonathan does get 8 pins of handicap in his match today against Kyle. And Jonathan has a little bit of an advantage right now going into the 6th frame.
See the orange pin trying to move toward the head pin spot.
It is.
Slowly but surely, just kind of works its way around.
It's got a hook a lot. That's a lot of 8. How long is the house shot, and can you do an example of the rule of 31? So the house shot is 43 feet.
I'm verifying that right now.
Ron's going to verify that. But with the rule of 31, you take the pattern length minus 31, and that's 12.
40 feet.
40 feet, so it'd be 9. 40 minus 31 is 9, and that would be the board that your ball exits the pattern at. That is not the break point.
All right, so we're going to see Kyle's going to make an adjustment over here.
Yeah, Kyle is making a ball change in this lane. Going to something a little more angular. So walk me through that thought process. So Kyle's ball didn't really face up on the right lane, but he went to something more angular. I feel like the thought would be to go something stronger.
Well, if you look, though, he tightened his lineup too, right? So the concept there was, instead of trying to play the free hook to the right, let's just tighten everything up with something that'll push through it a little bit more and still make the corner toward the back end of the lane. So I think that move is one of those moves that you see professionals do, whereas the amateur would try to keep fighting that no free hook that you have to the right. I mean, there just isn't free hook to the right. So Kyle's now tightened everything up to not have to worry about the free hook to the right. Come on.
Got to get through it. Oh, missed a little in. And got a split up there. The 3, 4, 6, 7 on a double.
I think he picks it up.
You think he picks it up?
I think he picks it up.
I think if he picks it up, we're going to see the picks. Oh.
Almost.
So Jonathan is from Arkansas. Because Jonathan is on CtD staff, he had the opportunity to bowl Kyle. And he also got the opportunity to bowl me because he's on staff. He actually won a drawing to bowl me. And then he said, I'm going to be here, so I'm going to put up some money and bowl Kyle. But Jonathan got a little 7 count, 8 count, 7 count.
369.
369, not an easy spare.
No, sir. Key is to be able to get that back pin, that 9 pin. So you got to create a little bit of angle at this spare.
Good spare.
Or not.
Hit it on the left side and let it off.
Yeah, or not. That's another way to get it done. That works.
Pretty impressive right there.
More so
Yeah. The best part of this format is it's best of 5. So it doesn't matter whether you shoot 290 or 130 and win or lose, because you've got to win 3 games, right? So it doesn't matter the score so much as it does being able to figure out how to keep yourself in play for the next game.
Pretty good. Good shot. This pair is the house shot. 1 and 2 are the house shot. 3 and 4 are red square. If you have any questions, feel free to let us know. I don't think Kyle brought the championship belt with him. A little right there.
I don't know. I think if I had that belt, I'd be bringing it to every tournament with me and raise it up above my head and introduce me.
No, they know who the champ is. They don't need the belt. I mean, it ain't going nowhere, so you don't need to bring the belt.
Ryan Connor, what up?
Walla Walla, Washington.
Walla Walla, Washington. My man.
It's red square's cousin, pink circle. Pink circle's on 1 and 2.
What is the minimum average to become a regional staffer for CtD and any other requirements that someone would meet? So there is no average requirement. So the basis behind joining the staff, the only thing we ask is that 1, you are looking to help us grow bowling, and 2, you want to become a better bowler. The purpose behind the staff is to educate bowlers, just to help them become better. We do a lot of videos, live chats with the staff. So there's not necessarily a minimum average requirement, just simply a love for bowling and wanting to become better.
So did you notice that pro move there? So what Kyle did was he took a chance, changed balls to kind of find a different line. So he's using this opportunity now to get himself lined up for the next game, which is a smart play.
Ron, you and Coach mentioned in the first segment how pros struggle with house shots. Could you? Yes, we will ask him, but not right now. He's bowling. Just submitted an application. Awesome. Thank you very much. I have to ask, and you may have already answered this, but what are the razzle dazzle pins? I'm assuming you mean the orange pin. If the orange pin comes up in the head pin spot like it is on lane 3 and the player strikes, we'll have 20% off on ctdbowling.com for 5 minutes. When will the new staff shirts with the names on the back ship? They will all ship by August 1st. Ron, what are the days you're going to be in Vegas for the August tournament?
We're still working on that. I'll be out there for sure for part of it, but I won't be able to be there for the whole time. But my father, Ron Sr., will be there the whole time. All right, so Jonathan's going to end up here somewhere in the 190s. Let me see. I think so. Yeah.
Yep. So Jonathan's got this.
With handicap, it'll be over 200.
Yeah, with handicap, it'll be 200, yeah.
Yep. So Jonathan's got this game wrapped up against Kyle. So it'll be 1-0 Jonathan. Kyle actually went to a fast pitch. Like Ron had mentioned, he tried it on the spare shot just to get a look. I mean, it looks like he's going to be fishing here in the 10th frame to find something to go into the next game with. Yes, the challenge matches are always on the same two patterns. Wall Street V2, which is the house shot here, and red square. Red square is completely flat, so you have to make good shots. It doesn't reward bad shot making, but it does reward good shot making. The EC, Creating the Difference Education Center, is located in Hopkinsville, Kentucky. It's about an hour and 15 minutes north of Nashville and 3 hours from Louisville.
About 2.5 years.
10 games now? 10 games? Nice to meet you.
What's that?
Yeah, that's my first time bowling here. That was my first game ever bowling in the EC.
All right, so game 1 is done, and we will get going here and get them into game 2. Jonathan will lead us off here. Kyle says he's got 2 more options if he needs them.
If these don't work, then we're in trouble. And we're in big trouble.
Well, now he's got 1 game under his belt. He'll settle in a little bit and figure it out. Good pitch by Jonathan. Throwing that Black Widow 2.0. So that's a pitch black. Woo! Well, that shape looked a lot better for sure. So he'll shoot the 9 pin for the spare. So he'll try. Uh-oh, look at that. Lane 2. Potential opportunity for 20% off for everybody watching. That picked up a little quick. He'll shoot a spare. And Jonathan will give a first opportunity for you guys to get 20% off. Spare covered. All right, so this is the opportunity. If Jonathan strikes here, everybody watching has 5 minutes to get 20% off CtDbowling.com. The key is he's got to strike, and then Dustin will activate the code for 5 minutes. Everybody's rooting for Jonathan at this point.
It's a chance to be the most popular man on the staff.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Come on. Ah, all right. Almost. I mean, almost got it to fall. All right, so he'll shoot a spare.
We got a couple questions here. Bill, this one's for you. What, if any, are the common errors made when it comes to consistency when bowling on a house shot?
So we're talking about this. Me and Ron were touched on this earlier in the first broadcast. Is everybody's idea of what they think consistent is varies so much. I mean, the common errors of consistency are usually that people are not even close to being as consistent as they think. They think 2 miles an hour difference in speed is being consistent when it's a huge range, or having, a 30 degrees difference in their rev rate.
Yeah.
It's, the being honest with yourself is probably the biggest error people make, or not being honest with themselves, the biggest error they make when it comes to being consistent.
Good shot. That's a tight jersey. What is that one called? This jersey that I'm wearing is called the Abstract jersey. Abstract. Nah, the staff or the discount is straight 20% off. If you're on staff, there's no additional discount. Wanted to ask, what's a good ball to start out with being versatile with sports shots? An IQ Tour?
I like IQ Tour. All right. IQ Tour is a very versatile ball, and can keep you in play. So I like that ball on sports shots for sure.
It depends on the type of sports shot you're seeing too, though. I mean, if you're seeing a lot of short, it's going to be way too much ball. But
Yeah, then I'm probably going to grab a purple hammer.
Yeah.
yeah,
Let Kyle complete his fourth frame here. Looks like he
Yeah.
changed balls again.
Wow.
That's a leave and a half.
So that ball's too angular down lane, but the urethane ball is too smooth. So he's almost got to go somewhere in between there, right? He's almost got to go with something that's going to blend it out a little bit more because it's giving him a lot of over-under. Going for it. Oh!
Kyle just threw the idle synergy. Like, that was literally his first shot with it. So
I think he's going to have to move way left with that, something like that synergy, or go back to UC2, but get left, let the house shot work it.
Yeah, I'm almost going to see the same thing there, too.
So Jonathan's going to step up and bowl his fourth frame. Went strike, spare, strike to start. Throwing that Widow 2.0, 4-pin.
Uh-oh, got a hook.
Ooh.
Just enough.
What's the best way to not roll the ball over the finger holes?
To get it drilled properly. Chances are, if you're rolling over your finger holes, it's either probably not drilled to your pap, or you need a
lesson.
Well, yeah, you're going to have to change your tilt. Sometimes you have to do that with pitches. You can do that a little bit with pitches, but yeah, definitely it's mainly fit.
Jonathan stepping up in his fifth frame. Kicks the 10-pin out.
Yeah, performance fit, they can change the pitches a little bit to help if it's only, clipping a hole. But if you're rolling right over the finger hole, somebody probably didn't drill it to your pap correctly.
So he's moved in. He's going to hook it. I like this. I like this play better. Yeah. I like that play a lot better. Just it keeps him out of trouble, and it allows him to kind of take advantage of what's out there, I think.
How does one get on staff?
Easy. All you got to do is go to ctdbowling.com. There's three little lines there. You click three little lines, a menu pops up, and you'll see that says regional staff.
Regional staff sign up.
Regional staff sign up. Click that. You just follow the instructions, and you can get on staff. And that gives you an opportunity to earn chances to be able to come to the EC and to be able to bowl people like Kyle. So he moved in. Uh-oh.
Now you know the
Uh-oh. 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 Well, now it may get a little more interesting. Advantage is still Jonathan, so we'll see. He's on a strike, see if he can capitalize, turn that into a nice double. Pretty good pitch. Nice double.
Not yet.
Jonathan did win game 1. Best of 5 series here. So got plenty of time still for either Jonathan to close out the match or Kyle to get back in the match. And Kyle caught a double in the 5th and the 6th frame. So did Jonathan. So we have about a 30-pin game, 27-pin game if Kyle strikes here in the 6th or the 7th.
Looking at the spare, converts it. Big shot here. Got a hook, got a hook. Come on, yeah. Oh.
This says, hi from Indiana. I'm a big Kyle fan. I have special needs, and I love to watch him bowl. Well, thank you for tuning in. Kyle is going to be here bowling pretty much the rest of the day today, and then he has a match tomorrow as well.
Yes, sir! Oh. Heavy shot, yes, sir. Not two. Well, that keeps it interesting.
Definitely.
You know, the thing that's impressive to me right now is Jonathan's composure. He's not letting anything kind of get to him. He's just kind of going out there doing his thing. There it is. Boop. There it is. All right, so would an IQ tour be comparable to the Venom Shock? This is due to me starting with Motive and trying to branch out to other brands. I think they're different balls, but I think the concept of it being a universally accepted ball that's very good applies to both of those pieces.
Good shot.
I think the IQ Tour is a little bit longer, a little bit more angular than a Venom Shock, but I think that the Venom Shock provides a little bit more mid-lane continuation. But the overall sentiment of both those balls being benchmark balls, so to speak, applies to both of them. And honestly, you could have both those balls in your bag. Which is better when picking up spares, hooking at it, or throwing directly at it? I mean, if it's a single pin spare, it's definitely throwing it straight at it. That makes the most sense for sure, because you don't need the lane to be in play. Depending on what kind of spare you leave, you may need some angle, which could then make some sense to hook at it. Now, this spare right here, the 3-6-10, can be thrown straight at it, because if you hit the 6-pin square in the face, you'll get the 3 and the 10 both. So this spare specifically, I would not hook at it. I think you should throw it straight at it. But sometimes you got that, if you got a double wood or something in the back that you need to get some angle to get that pin out, it can be advantageous to hook at it. He converts the spare. So the match is close. This shot here is going to kind of determine where we're headed after game one.
Zach said, I signed up for regional staff but never received an email. Best thing to do is, 1, check your spam, and then 2, email help@ctdbowling.com. We'll be able to get you an update on your application and what we need from you in regards to it. So check your spam first, and then email help@ctdbowling.com if you don't have anything, which you should have something in your inbox. This is a massive shot right here. I think it was a little slow. So Kyle's going to shoot the spare, and we will be finished with game number 2 after Kyle and Jonathan finish their 10th frame. So this one is all wrapped up. Jonathan will take game number 2 and be up 2-0. So this would be a good question for you, Ron. How do you determine when to use something angular versus continuous?
So, I think continuous is probably the one you use the most because it gives you the best of both worlds in terms of taking advantage of a condition. But there are situations where you'll have free hook to the right and you'll have some hold to the left, and you need something that's a little bit more angular to create the ability to get strikes. Or when you're moving deep inside, you need to create an angular ball motion to be able to get that ball to carry. So those are the situations where I would say angular balls would make more sense than continuous. Kyle said he's going to go look for some help. He'll be right back. He is down 2-0.
Jonathan's kicking butt here. He'll be up 2-0. Very impressive. So Kyle, 193. Jonathan, 195, but with 8 pins that don't matter with this game. Jonathan is up 2-0.
I got you for a minute. Hey, Matt Thompson. Jonathan wanted to let you know he's up 2-0. Thank you for the vote of confidence that you didn't give him.
So these guys are going to go
If not, we can replay it for him.
on to 3 and 4.
And like you put in your mind, well, I only need you to win one of them that late. You're not going to get whipped up on. No, I'm coming with it. I'm getting me something over here.
Hey, I was happy to get one.
Hey, you know all right? You know, you were there.
All you need is one more.
That's right.
Get it done. One more.
That's it. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I believe I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I
Get
can.
back over here.
Yeah, you don't want. I don't think you want to get back over there. Not if you take them 2 over there. If you want to run, you come back. Let them come back. Get the next 3.
All right, so we are, let's see what we got. How much time do they practice before going live? About 30 minutes. They get about 30 minutes of practice before we start on all 4 lanes. So you figure you're going to have about 15 minutes on each pair, give or take. Probably more on 3 and 4 just because it's harder. But 1 and 2 is not easy. It's easy, but easier, but not a dead wall. So these guys are going to get some practice on 3 and 4.
Waiting on Kyle to come back with his milk.
Kyle's got cookies.
Oh, is that your milk? I found help.
Little peanut butter.
Well, gents, you have a little decision to make. You have an orange pin on 3 and 4. So you can either make the 225 people that are watching you not very happy, or you can take your 5 minutes of practice. You decide. Still have lane 4, so.
Let's take 5 minutes of practice.
All right. I'll let them hate you.
5 minutes.
I got enough people already hating me.
5 minutes of practice is what they opted to go for.
I seen that Saturday night.
All right, so we're gonna let them practice.
Yeah, I would start on the left lane.
All right, I'll tell you what. It's his first shot. He hadn't thrown a shot on this lane, so I'll let it count. Even though it's practice. But it ain't going to be 5 minutes. It's going to be 120 seconds. That's 2 minutes. If he strikes. 120 seconds if he strikes. Oh, wow. Wow, that was so close. All right, now they get practice. That was a good shot. Man, dude. I was like, well, there's 10 back. That was 10 back. Holy cow. All right, so we'll let them get 5 minutes of practice here, and then we will get them going. They're good, ain't it? So one of my friends from my former days brought in some peanut butter chocolate bars, and they're just delicious. So Kyle's got him one, and it's definitely a treat, to say the least. Lots of bowling all weekend. So if you're here watching now, there'll be more opportunities, obviously, for that orange head pin to come up. Orange head pin comes up, and you're going to get a chance at 20% off ctdbowling.com for 5 minutes. Kyle said he's going to start re-racking until he gets one. 2 per game. There's strategy there.
Orange pin, 60 seconds.
Yeah. A lot of variables in play. You've got 2 different surfaces. That's true. This is a good place to come practice from dual patterns. Absolutely. That's right. You can put the same pattern down and play it 2 different ways because you're going to get 2 different reactions.
2 more shots each.
Rolling the old purple hammer.
Yeah, you got one more. Whatever lane you want.
Yeah, I'll take it.
We appreciate you guys hanging out with us, watching some action bowling. It's one of the fun ways you can learn more about bowling is just by watching people perform under pressure. I mean, that's one of the things that makes bowling so much fun. And when you've got an opportunity to do that, as we do now, we want to make sure you can take full advantage of it. So we're going to finish them up here. They got one more shot, and then we will get game 3 rolling. That's the final shot. We'll get a re-rack, and then we shall begin game 3, best of 5. Kyle will start us off on lane 3. Going with a fast pitch. 10 back.
They're all gone. Don't worry.
I think he's checking out the line. So there we have clutch bowling, and you really can't see it on TV or on the live stream, but they can actually see where they throw the ball at. So the guys are able to kind of get a peek as we're to the last shot. Uh-oh, look at that. We got another one of them. So Jonathan's got another chance to get you 20% off for 5 minutes when he gets on lane 3. All right, I'll shoot the 3-6. Uh-oh, a little chop. Yeah, it's a little tricky over there. Spare balls do hook. Spare balls. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So here's your chance at 20% off for 5 minutes. Jonathan can throw a strike here. Everybody wins, all 250 of you. Go to ctdbowling.com and get your order ready to go. Gives it one of his best. Let's see if it's there. Oh, 3, 6, 9, 10. Uh-oh. Watch out. Watch out. Maybe. Oh! Gets it the hard way. Yeah, brother.
Textbook. Ooh, little 3-10 left up there. Jonathan is up 2-0 on Kyle. Kyle's going to shoot the spare hard and straight with a spare ball. Took one back. So Jonathan does get 8 pins each game here. But it's early. we'll let these guys keep going. You missed that one a little right. Got a question. I was watching the Strike Derby last week, and Marshall Kent was throwing motive stuff. I believe
He's a big boulder.
he is with Big Bowling, but I believe they are not exclusive. Like, they primarily throw the big stuff, but yeah, they don't have to throw it. Correct?
No, they can throw other stuff, but on TV, he throws big stuff. Those were big balls that he was throwing.
Oh, so it was a ball from Big Bowling that he was throwing.
I believe it was a big shim. And I can't remember the gold one, the blue one that never had was the big shim.
And this guy wants to know about your thoughts on the Redskins.
On the what?
Redskins.
I mean, they're pretty decent. Yeah, I mean, they're a pretty decent football team. If Dwayne Haskins is playing, then I'm probably not, a fan of them or think they're going to win many games. But, they're pretty scrappy. They got Rivera. That's an old Panther coach. So, he's defensive minded, but got to score the ball too. Go Panthers.
And there was a comment from Darius that I'm trying to find here. Oh, Greek Church. Another a split on the right lane and a split on the left lane. He did get out of the purple. Went to an arrow there. Darius, can you go ahead and throw your question back into the chat? I'll go ahead and ask Kyle when I get a chance. Good shot, hard and straight with a fast pitch through 4 frames. Now, Bill, he was throwing that arrow earlier this morning. Do you think it needs surface, or is it all right with the surface he has on it, which looks like it's lane shine or polished?
It does look polished now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably does need surface because he was throwing it a little bit better this morning. But I don't know. I just don't feel he's far enough left right now.
Oh, wrap 10. Wrap 10. Yeah, he did go to that G before in the match he bowled against me earlier, and it looked really good. So I would be interested to see if he ever decides to go to that.
Well, that's what I said to him at lunch, too. Is like, I bet you wish you went to that GB4 earlier.
Yeah.
And then he hasn't even thrown it yet today. Yeah. It definitely looked great coming out of his hand. It definitely looks a lot tighter, like everything's more forced on 3 and 4 than on 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
So part of it is definitely mental. You can tell he's not nearly as comfortable.
Threw that arrow again, missed a little right. And got 3, but he is not on a spare, so he didn't lose count. So no worries there. Let Jonathan shoot the spare, and we'll give a little score update here. Oops. My apologies. Clicked a little too early. No, so Jim, our staff program, we have a regional staff that is absolutely free to join. It doesn't cost you anything to join. You get a discount on the products just for joining. But the basis behind the staff is to help bowlers become better, educate them on ways to become better. The gentleman sitting next to me, Bill Freitas, he is actually in the staff group, and he is one of our coaches. So in the staff group, we only allow certain people to participate in responding to physical game questions. So it seems like every time I'm scrolling through Facebook, I see Bill's name come up with a comment. He's helping people out, and we really appreciate that. If you want to join staff gym, like I said, it's free to join. You can go to ctdbowling.com, click on regional staff sign up, and then you can sign up for free. We do have a national staff program that is a monthly subscription of products shipped right to you. We do some unique things with that program. Some of the things that in that program are unique to that program specifically. So, for example, last month, one of the shipments was a quart of a product, and we don't sell quarts, so exclusive item to national staff. We're doing a chamois here in a couple months. That item is going to be exclusive to national staff. It's got a hook. Wrap 10 again. So we make sure that we add the value into that program, so you are getting plenty of value for the cost. That's on ctdbowling.com as well. Oh, it hooked.
Oh,
It hooked.
I actually could see that one grab and move.
Yeah. So, Bill, this is a question for you. What's the difference between a gold coach and a silver coach?
About $5,000. A silver coach basically concentrates mainly on the physical and mental game. The gold coach is all about the business side of it, as far as running a center, running a pro shop. It's all more business related. And the $5,000 comes into what you have to pay to go down and sit in front of a panel for a week and answer their questions and do online lessons and stuff in front of them.
All right. Will you be doing any ball reviews on the Joker's Wild? No, we will not be doing ball reviews on that ball. We actually filmed quite a few ball reviews at Bowl Expo a couple of weeks ago. All the new Storm stuff, all the new stuff from the Brands of Brunswick, new Motive stuff, new Global stuff. So that will be going up over the next month. They're all scheduled on the Ronald Hicklin Jr. YouTube page. So if there's a specific ball and look at lane 3, Jonathan's going to have another attempt at it for 20% off the website.
Can I help you?
Calling the relief.
Yeah. So lots of reviews coming. Check them out on the YouTube channel. You can get the dates and times of all the reviews on the channel. 8 count.
I don't think I've had a cut hit like it yet. I got a couple. Yeah, see, I'm still trying to find the pocket I wanted to.
Hooked a little bit and made the spare.
20% off again?
Yep. Jonathan's got another shot at it.
Third time's the charm.
Third time is a charm. 5 minutes, 20% off. All right, that's how it starts. That's how it starts. Oh. All right, so he's going to shoot the 2.457.
I didn't think he threw that one too bad. I just don't think he has the right surface on that ball.
Yeah, I didn't. I thought it was going to come back too, so a little surprised that they didn't come back. Go for the spare conversion. You can see how you're going to get 200 before you leave today. Yeah, I mean, you can see how brutal red square is. I'm telling you, somebody who's bowled on it, it is not fun because any little mistake is just amplified.
For Kyle, does he still work at Wendy's? Kyle does not. Kyle's on tour full time and making a lot of money.
Well, more money than anybody's made in a single season career, for sure.
Yeah. And eating Miss Vicky's chips.
Miss Vicky.
Miss Vicky got the good barbecue chips. I'm on fire.
Salt and vinegar were good too.
Yeah.
You miss working at Wendy's at all?
I miss making sandwiches. That was pretty fun. Lunch rush, busting out sandwiches. I enjoyed the rushes.
So he's high energy. That's why I kind of figured he'd like something like that. Yeah. Yep.
Went back to the GB4. 310.
Thank you, Dave.
Spare ball. All right, so Jonathan's going to take this 10th frame, try to figure something out here. Kyle will have this game locked up.
Yeah, it's locked up already.
Yeah, it's locked up.
So it gives them an opportunity to try some things.
Yeah.
Once the game is locked up, you know, if you're lined up, you can stay lined up, or you can try some different things. It kind of doesn't really matter at that point. You know, the goal is to win the game. So once you win the game, you know, it just kind of allows you to see what else is out there.
Well, that works both ways this time because with it out of reach and 10th frame still to go, Jonathan can find something too.
That's correct. That is correct. And the purple hammer.
And evidently it was getting worked on while he was bowling.
Yeah. Yeah. You need the purple hammer back. Yeah, so he has finger inserts swapped out. So had that done on his purple hammer, and he's got it back now, and that ball looks pretty good.
Oh yeah, by all means, Kyle earned what he has done this past season. Definitely worked really hard to get to where he's at. That is no doubt.
If he doesn't win Player of the Year, I'll be surprised. I'll help lead the revolt because he's definitely earned it this year.
All right.
All right, you found something.
Kyle is going to shoot 190 this game. Through 3 games. Jonathan won the first 2. Kyle won the 3rd game, so we go to a game 4. All right, 195 for Kyle.
All right. First man.
You feel better? Feel a little better now?
Yeah, I feel a lot better. Yeah, I feel good now. Got my feet under me a little bit. I think I know what I'm going to do this game. I'm not going to jump ahead. Then we'll worry about the house shot. We got one more game on this pattern, though, and I can't take the focus off here because this is tough. This will get me sharp for the tour.
So we will start this last game here.
195 is a pretty good game on this. Missing 2 spares.
195 is a very good game on this.
Yeah, 210 if I make my spares. There you go. That's probably top 10 on tour the first game.
Simon got his purple hammer. He likes it. Got his purple hammer back. Urethane.
Hey, who's getting grips changed out?
Yeah.
Well, see, for those of us whose fingers don't swell, that is another advantage to going without grips fingertip. Never have to worry about your grips wearing out.
This is true. Oh! Wow. We'll get ourselves a re-rack here. Yeah, this does not count against Kyle from one of his re-racks. It's a free re-rack since the machine malfunction. Ooh, it was close. It was close. So Norman's asking, what's the cost of national staff per month? Yes! Kyle goes, Brooklyn for a strike. National staff currently is $49.95. That price will change August 1st. So if you're looking to join national staff now before the end of the month is a good time to do it, because once you get your price selected, $49.95, it does not go up. Even if the price changes, your price will never change. Or once you're in the program, you are locked into that price. Jonathan's going for a double. He'll shoot the 3-6-10. With the spare ball, you want to have the ball kind of go toward the 6 pin. Clip the 3, hit the 6, take out the 10.
Bill, is there a spare system that you recommend when teaching someone how to make spares?
An actual system? No, because there's almost as many spare systems as there are spare shooters. I mean, everybody's got something that they say works. The best thing I found is a piece of paper, a pencil, and a lot of practice, and keep track of where you were comfortable shooting them at. Write down where your feet are, your target, and what side of the pin you're hitting it on.
What's the highest score on Red Square? 241 by Anthony Simonson.
Coming for you, Simon.
He's coming for you.
Coming for you.
I'm telling you, 240 is a lot of score, bro. This pattern is it's just hard. Like, there's just no way around it.
What's your high game?
Maybe 210.
I got Troup for Brooklyn, so I got great ball reaction.
That's par for the course on Red Square.
Good spare there. Jonathan. It's all about filling frames. Filling frames. 310. Ooh,
That's they're talking about. That lane hook's just enough. Spare ball just doesn't go quite straight enough. It's up just a little bit.
and we do have matches throughout the day today. Members of CtD staff coming in to bowl Kyle Troup. Oh. Uh-oh. Hook. Good spare. Good spare. Had to make a little score correction there. Gave Kyle 7-2 in the last frame, but he left the 310. So we had to give him 8-1.
So a couple of reasons that spare systems don't work for everybody is, believe it or not, parallax, which is one reason. Because everybody, what it is the angle that you are actually seeing versus what you were doing, what's actually there versus how your brain interprets it is not always going to be the same. So what's going to look at one angle to me is going to be different to Dustin. Another reason is a bowler's offset, which is the difference from the center of the ball at release to where their foot is. So we can both be sliding on 25. If Dustin's offset is shorter than mine, he's going to be closer to there when he lays the ball down, closer to that than I would be. So having the same target isn't going to do us any bit of good sliding on the same spot with the same target, because your laydown is actually going to be closer.
Jewelry. Free jewelry.
Free jewelry right there, baby. Free jewelry. I love it.
All right. With today's bowling balls, with today's new bowling balls, can you still use old school drillings like axis weight, finger weight, or thumb and side weight?
No.
No.
Static rule changes years ago did away with all that.
Almost. You want those hits because it's hard to hit the pocket for sure. I will tell you, I said red square is brutal, and it's one of those things where the lane surfaces come into play as well, so it makes it a little bit even more challenging. I mean, it's just not easy. I like Robert's comment. He said it should be called Red Devil. Red Devil makes a lot of sense.
Oh no. Oh, 4-6.
Wow.
4-6. On the one. And score update. 83 in the fifth for Kyle. Jonathan has 69 with this handicap in the fifth. Jonathan did get 9-0 his last one, but it scored it wrong. But it's still 9. Kyle's taking a re-rack.
The 4 pin was a little bit off there, so. Oh, we'll do another re-rack there.
Yeah, that pin's way off.
6 pins off a little bit.
Lining the orange pin up, he says. calling it. Oh,
And there's the 6 pin.
yeah, there it is.
6 pins there now.
The score is 2-1 for our match. Jonathan is up 2-1. That was pretty good.
6 pins gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can bowl on this. I'm ready to bowl on this a few more times. You got it all day long?
Yeah. Yeah. How is this red square pattern like a U.S. Open pattern?
Well, kind of like the U.S. Open. I haven't cashed ever. And so far, my scores probably wouldn't be cashing on this pattern. So I feel like they're pretty close to the same. Luckily, I'm here hanging out with Ron and a lot of cool people, because at the U.S. Open, we're just listening to everybody just bitch them on and yell at the reps. And, so I feel like I'm bowling the U.S. Open, but it's just a lot more fun. And we got peanut butter chocolate chip bars, and Miss Vicky's here. I'm eating some chips, drinking lots of water. Ron's got me hooked up. H2O over Gatorade. But yeah, there you go.
Well, there you go. Now you have an understanding of kind of what these guys are going through when on tour. All right, so we'll see if Jonathan can put something together here. Get him another strike. Close. There it is. There it is. So we just need that to happen with the orange head pin, and then everybody wins. Ooh, it's moving around though. It's at least in circulation. Yeah, it's in circulation.
Is that Brooklyn
It
again?
ain't Brooklyn, it ain't bowling.
We are definitely playing how many. We are not playing how it's done. So it all looks the same on the scoreboard.
Samo, you're safe, bud.
Samo says you're safe this game. He's got a couple more chances though, so we'll see. All right, he'll shoot the 1, 2, 10. He said, "How many frames we got?" 2 more after this one.
You still got the house shot to go.
Yeah, I can't bowl 200 on you.
Spare ball right at it. Oh! Wow. Wow.
In the future, can we mic up participants?
That is possible.
It is possible, and it can be done.
We might have to run a delay.
Keyword in that sentence was possible.
Possible. The key word is possible. I'll tell you why. Some of the things that might come out of my mouth aren't appropriate to broadcast. So that is why we don't do that. There has to be a massive delay and a way to edit the broadcast for that to happen.
7-2. Yeah.
Believe me, we have thought about that. It would be a really cool aspect. We have thought about putting like a microphone on the tables, kind of where Ron's sitting right now, just to have some ambient sound. But that has not happened.
3
time. 3 times.
Harder than the big four.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Three in a row on that one.
Yeah.
You fit the 310, the 1010, whatever?
Which one did you hit? 310 or the 1010? 310. We'll just piece it together for both of us. We made it.
3. Yeah, this is definitely harder than the 3-6-10. The 6-pin does help, but you shoot the same way. You want to get that 6-pin spot. That might get them
There you
all.
go.
Hey, there you go.
And last.
So you shouldn't leave it anymore.
Why? Because I didn't clean it up now?
Yeah,
That's what they say. You leave it till you make it.
good spare.
That's right. That's what they're saying.
So 138 in the 8th for Kyle, and we'll see what Jonathan does here. But he has 98 in the 7th with his handicap.
That's not good.
Hook.
That's a lot of 5.
4, 5, 7, 8.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and reset that one.
Commercial break.
Commercial break.
Who's the sponsor during commercial? I got a commercial sponsor.
There's no commercial sponsor.
CtD.
CtD is the proud provider of this broadcast.
Kyle, I read a question earlier that I think I know the answer to because we were talking during lunch, but they wanted to know how much time you spend on your hair before a TV match.
So really, it starts. I wash it in the morning. And I've got to just let it air dry, so that takes a couple hours. But as far as picking it out, probably only about 10 minutes. Just go to the bathroom, rip some hair. I mean, looks like I'm shedding whenever I leave the bathroom before a show. But yeah, it's pretty simple. Dry it, let it air dry, pick it out, kind of like the song says. Just pick it out. That's pretty simple rule for the throat.
So they're
I just give you 4 and then we'll go on. That's a tough 1, 4, 5, 7, 8. 2.
After that split over there, you don't think I can?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've had a few shots at it now. I don't know how many times you shot at one.
I don't know how he's going to get the 8-pin out.
Hopefully not a lot.
Aha! We're back in business.
Business.
You definitely had to get that the hard way. Huh?
Yeah.
The business. The business.
I know how I would pick it up on a house shot.
Yeah.
You've left this on a house shot?
Oh, we got a question. We got a question in the chat for Jonathan. This one comes from Randy. How does Jonathan take care of his hair?
Evidently clippers.
He said he doesn't.
Takes care of itself. Not everybody's blessed to be able to have hair like that. I mean,
Right.
oh, baby.
Give it a chance. Hey, great spare.
There you go.
You were
Yeah, you told them too. Way to back it up.
I'm bowling league today. I just started bowling 6 months ago. 2-handed, medium speed, but high revs. Wanted to know, should I use my IQ tour at 2,000 or 4,000? Oh, good start. If you're bowling on house, I would say 4,000 to get down the lane further. I'll let these guys chime in.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds reasonable. The key with 2-handed is being able to generate ball speed. Ball speed comes primarily from your legs, so you want to make sure you get those legs moving to get the ball speed. A lot of two-handers have the rev rate, but if you don't have the ball speed to match it, it ends up hurting you because it pigeonholes you in terms of ball options and what you can do. When you watch these guys like Kyle that are bowling, they can generate the ball speed to match the rev rate, which then allows them to have an advantage because it gives them the best of both worlds, the power and the ball speed.
House shot.
So that will wrap up. That will kind of schedule this, send this game to a game 5, which as Kyle mentioned, does go back to the house shot. You got time? Uh-oh! 20% opportunity.
It's going down this time.
We're moving left.
Moving left, ball change.
Going down.
20 board move left for 20% off the urethane. Idle synergy, 20 board move left, 20% off opportunity coming to you right now.
Home 12.
Oh, there it is. There it is, baby. There it is. 20% off or 20% off for the next 5 minutes, courtesy of Kyle Troup. Go save some money right now. CtDbowling.com. The code that we are posting is the code that is going to be good until 253. OPCTD20 is the code. You got 5 minutes to use that code and save 20% off. Get you some stuff, get you some product right now at CtDbowling.com. OPCTD20. Save yourself 20% off. Kyle made a ball change. There's some confidence there, right? Because he made a ball change and a complete line change to be able to make that work, and it worked out in his favor. So that'll wrap up game 4. Kyle had 178. Jonathan had 139. And that will put those guys back on lanes 1 and 2 for the final game for this match. So we'll get them set up over here, and we'll get them ready to roll here in a few seconds. Very difficult pattern on 3 and 4, and obviously it wasn't that great on 1 and 2 either. So you've got a few minutes left. Save some money. OP, which means orange pin, CtD 20. Get you 20% off. The code is live and ready, and it's an opportunity for you to save a little money. And you could thank our professional bowler who is in the building right now, Kyle Troup, for that.
Doesn't last longer than that. Good?
We're good. We're good. We're going to go right to it this time.
No practice, right?
No practice, right to it. Last game. Got to strategize, recognize, and analyze. You got to do just about everything you can except for jazzercise, because this is it. So Kyle has switched to a phase 2. Moved in and was able to get a strike right off the bat. So Jonathan has been in this position before. He took Dustin to 5 games and emerged victorious. So he's looking to repeat that performance.
I think Jonathan could have swept them both. He was just looking to get his money's worth.
full money's worth if you're bowling 5 games. That's for sure. And he gets himself a hot flush strike as well. You got 2 minutes. OP CTD 20% off. Save that money, baby. Save that money. We appreciate you guys watching. It's pretty cool to have as many of you online with us checking this live stream out, taking advantage of the 20% off, courtesy of Kyle Troup, striking on that orange pen. Now, here's the thing. He can do it again, or Jonathan can do it, because it can pop back up. You never know. Uh-oh. Dice off the table. We will be asking for a new shooter.
He gets the spare, then throws a turkey.
He said gutter spare wins the game. Well, the good news is on a strike, the first shot, the gutter doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, there's the spare.
Oh, almost.
20 seconds on the code.
So he lofted that one a little bit. It didn't quite turn the corner.
All right, code is this.
All right. Code is out of here. So he'll shoot the spare.
We got 16.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Throwing pins all over the place.
Square, that's good. Oh, no, I've already had a whole piece.
Me too.
Thank you, Allie.
It's close. Nice pitch by Jonathan there.
All right.
Oh, trips to 4-9.
So there's two of them. Been his thing today. Throws in the gutter, gets there, throws turkey. Win the game.
Yeah.
Win the game twice.
Jonathan is getting 8 pins.
He rolled that one. Wow. Wow.
Steve's match is later today. tonight, actually. We have one more match that will go right after this one. They'll get some practice. Then we'll start the stream back up. And then Steve's match is later tonight. IQ Tour Emerald. He's throwing the phase 2, switch to the Emerald. Shot. All 10 from Jonathan. Came to play.
There's that turkey after the gutter. Told you.
I know it's coming.
Yep.
Every time.
I want to try that during league, see how it works.
Just walk up and throw one.
I mean, that's all it takes to get a turkey, right?
Wrap 10. After 3 in a row, 3 good shots right in a row there. He's going to shoot the spare with a spare ball. Spare ball that happens to be a CtD spare ball. Go hard and straight at the spare. Kyle does not use finger grips. Good spare. That head pin wants to get up to the, or that orange pin wants to get up to the head pin spot.
Come on. Money ball. Green Matine.
Good ball change there. So I'll ask both of you guys, what do you think? Give me your thoughts on the right lane right now. Like what are you seeing? Because that lane looks really, really hard for Kyle especially.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's got a hang spot in it, so you've got to have something that can get through and read that hang spot as not hang, so you get the ball to come back, which is what he did with that green ball. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, obviously the match is really close now, so we're going to see how it kind of ends up here. He's kind of lined in on the left lane.
Come on. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's the right lane that's going to be tricky. So we're going to see.
You got any thoughts on the right lane?
I agree with what Ron said. It looked like it.
All right. David, I'll tell you the trick. The trick is add everything to your cart and wait. Like what I'll tell you is add it to your cart now, and then say, for example, in the next match, the orange pin pops up and the player strikes. Your cart will still be there. So prepare your cart now, and then whenever the code pops up, you can head back to the website and make the purchase. Good shot there from Jonathan. Let's get a little score update.
Little shootout going on.
Yeah, this is like match earlier.
Oh, yeah. 20% coming up. Come on.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Hey, at least you're not making.
Do y'all know why they decided to alternate the lane services instead of a pair of each? I believe we don't know.
No, it doesn't make any sense either.
No, we do not know.
We inherited that.
Yeah. Another good shot. Burying him. Burying the pocket.
I always thought had something to do with when they were doing testing to see how it doing both services without having to carry the ball over to another pair.
I mean, that's pretty lazy. I think if that was the case, that very well could be the reason. But I definitely would have, when I was here, when the building was built, we had the 2 different services, but 1 and 2 was one service and 3 and 4 was another service. So between 15 and 21, they decided to make that change. I don't know why. Big shot, 20%. Oh, 20% for 5 more minutes. There you go. Kyle is showing you guys some love. OPCTD 20 for the next 5 minutes, and you can save 20%.
307.
307 is the time when it'll be over.
Yep.
Go there now, ctdbowling.com. It only works on that website, too. It does not work on bowlingforless.com, only ctdbowling.com.
Make sure you enter the code correctly. It is active. So make sure you enter it correctly. OPCTD 20. It's right on the screen there.
Yes, sir. Get those kids off.
Well, we done turned it into a little bit of a shootout now. That's for sure. So it's close, right? So you've got
We're within pins.
you've got Jonathan at 126, 127, which is actually
He's up a pin.
he's up a pin. Yeah.
Plus handicaps. He's actually up 9 right now.
This is a big shot.
And he pulled him.
Uh-oh. Ooh, that's a lot of 9. Ooh, that's a lot of 9. That's a lot of 9. Holy cow.
That's a great 9 on that one.
Yeah. All right, he'll shoot the spare. Converts it. Yeah, it's close. This is coming down to the wire. Got a few more minutes left to use that code OPCTD20 for 20% off. CtDBowling.com. Save some money.
First one is massive.
Yeah, this first shot here is huge.
Hook.
Oof. Well, he'll shoot the 1-2. Buckle my shoe. Better than 3-4. Close the door. What were you going to say, Dustin?
Not appropriate.
It's not appropriate? Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough. He'll shoot the spare. Convert it. So let's see here. Last shot here. Uh-oh. All right, so the 7. So that 7 is going to give him 219 with handicap. So why don't we set this up here? 219 with handicap. And let's talk real quick. What does that mean for Kyle?
Gonna mark.
Okay, here in the 10th frame, Kyle will just make a mark and he's the winner.
$1,000 ball.
Hook. Oh. Still not an easy spare. Run it down, and that will seal the deal pretty much. Unless he.
Well, he only needs 1, right? Yeah, coming off the strike, he only needs 1.
No. He handicap.
$1,000 spare.
All right. Jonathan won. Jonathan won. He put up the 500. He's gonna be getting $1,000, so he's gonna profit $500. So congrats to Jonathan. We are gonna have more matches throughout the day today, so stay tuned for those. More opportunities for 20% off on ctdbowling.com. And the code just ended from the last orange pin. So we appreciate you all tuning in. Hope to see y'all in the next match coming up in very soon, 45 minutes.